what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be meditating and thinking about and talking about not only what we began speaking about last week or last month. And one thing too, just as I'm saying that, one thing I just want to make really transparent with how these conversations are evolving is after we have, our organic conversation and our dialogue, that that conversation is something that Pat and Lynn and I reflect on afterwards. And we think about what themes have kind of come up and what people were talking about, or imagery, or anything that came up, and how to maybe look forward to the next kind of theme. And so we went from hope, which was last month, to this idea of reaching, because of the kind of metaphor of the well and climbing the ladder. And so the card of reach made a lot of sense for how we were going to shape and form this discussion this week. And so that said, I think it's just important that all of you know how this is such a co-creative process, and that we are so much impacted and so happily and joyfully so by the conversations that all of us contribute, like the conversations to which we contribute. And it is organic, and it just feels like that's the flow that Spirit wants to take us in. So we're just, I guess, giving gratitude for that. So with that said, we will start with, even though our theme today is reach, like going back to the past a little bit to see how we arrived here is also really grounding and really important. And so that's why, Mom, your poems are they're like an anchor that carry us through and help us to remember how we got here. So we know like where we're at and how we might, we don't know where we're going to move toward, but we have, but coming together, we do have an idea of how we are anchored in this one place, and how we're conceptualizing our next steps together. So anyway, I'll leave it to you, Mama.
Okay, that's so interesting, because in this particular poem today, the word reach is in it, and also the word anchor is in it. So already there's a synergy happening here. During the week when I began working to put this together, some of my most beloved writers sent me. They didn't send. I mean, I was exposed to some of their writings that just seemed so appropriately to fit into what we were doing and talking about last week, that I decided, oh, well, it wasn't I that decided this. I have to realize it's not I that decide these things. It's these ideas that are being given to me. And I understand now that I need to accept them. So included in this particular conversational poem, found poem, however you want to look at it, will be these writers. Terry Tempest Williams, Jerry Takigawa, who is a photographer, John O'Donohue, Rainier Maria Rilke, Rumi, Pope Francis, Joel Kuhl, who is a Tibetan monk, and a writer, Ron Suskind, and Rachel Naomi Remen, plus your words that emerged from last month's conversation. Let me take a drink of water. I have to pray that my throat chakra is clear here. Okay, here we go. This is Pat's artwork with the word hope. And so beginning on the second column are the words of today's found conversational poem, however you want to look at it. We want to make a difference in the world, a spiritual longing to be whole, interrelated, interconnected. We want to make hope a part of everyone's life. There is, excuse me, there is an unseen life that dreams us. It is not too late to dive into your increasing depths where life calmly gives out its own secret. It is in the darkness where the water of life waits patiently for our immersion into the eternal light of love and hope. For love and hope are patient, they stay creative and press ahead. They do not grow weary or despondent. Love and hope provide the courage to reach inside, to find ourselves, and to reach outside to offer ourselves to others. Service is a soul urge, innate and peculiar to soul unfoldment, a living flow, a spontaneous giving forth. It is love that is our anchor and hope that is our ladder, resulting in a continuous reaching in and reaching up and out, moving fluidly back and forth from darkness to light, from light to hope, from hope to imagination, from imagination to connection, where we share this journey of becoming our authentic selves with others. We trust our fragility to those of like soulfulness. We listen to each other's dreams and obstacles that before in isolation seemed insurmountable, now fall away in community. There is an endless source of hope in the unseen. There is mystery waiting to unfold if only we choose to open ourselves to it. So I'm so grateful for all of you. I'm so grateful for all these beautiful writers, because without all of you and all these writers, this would not have happened today. So thank you all so much.